and welcome back to my 12 Bakes of Christmas, and it is finally Christmas Day, so happy Christmas! Now I don't know about you, but there's a few things which I only really eat at Christmas time. There's like Terry's chocolate orange and chocolate coins, which I've always got in the toe of my stocking, and there's one confectionery item which I literally eat loads of at Christmas, but only ever Christmas. I think that's because my mum gets given loads of them every year, and it is these Ferrero Rocher. So this recipe is another Crumbs and Doilies favourite. It's the Ferrero Rocher Cupcake, and it definitely reminds me of being a kid. So let's have a look at this thing. We've got a chocolatey, nutty, crispy outer shell, and then inside a lovely whippy, smooth chocolate ganache, and then right in the middle is a toasted hazelnut, the king of the nuts. So let's cupcake this thing. I've already got 125 grams of soft unsalted butter in my mixer, and I'm going to add 115 grams of self-raising flour through a sieve, along with 10 grams of cocoa powder, and a quarter of a teaspoon of bicarbonate of soda, along with 115 grams of caster sugar and 10 grams of light soft brown sugar. And now I need to put 25 grams of hazelnut butter in. I just bought this at a health food shop, and it's the smooth kind. And 2 large free-range eggs as well. And I'm just going to mix that all together for about a minute on a medium speed. Okay, it's had a minute, so now I'm going to drop it down to a low speed and pour in 1.5 tablespoons of whole milk. Just give that a mix for about another 30 seconds. Okay, my batter's ready, so now it's time to start scooping it into cupcake pan. And I have one that's got 12 holes in, and it's already lined, and I've got these really cool gold cases because it's Christmas. So I'm going to use my spoons for that. I'm just going to scoop them to be 2/3 of the way full. And I'm going to bake these at 170 degrees C for 20 minutes until they're springy on the top. While my cakes are baking, I'm going to get on with making the icing, starting with 150 grams of soft unsalted butter, along with 60 grams of hazelnut butter. Just beat that together for 5 minutes until it's got pale and fluffy. Next, I'm going to add 340 grams of icing sugar, which I've already sifted. I'm going to add it in 2 stages, beating really well after each stage. After I've beaten all my icing sugar in, I'm going to add 3 or 4 tablespoons of whole milk. I'm going to give that a mix for another 3 or 4 minutes until it's really light and fluffy. Once it's ready, just whack some cling film on it and put it to one side until you're ready to decorate. So now I'm going to get on with making my filling, which is a lovely whippy light chocolate ganache, and I've already brought 100 milliliters of double cream to the boil, and I'm going to pour that over 100 grams of dark chocolate, which I've chopped into really fine pieces. Before I stir that together, I'm just going to leave it to sit for a minute so that it helps to melt all the chocolate first. My ganache has been cooling down for a few minutes now, and it's got a really nice spreadable consistency, so I'm just going to whip it up to make it a little bit more light and whippy. Oh, that looks delicious. So now I'm going to whack that into a piping bag and get on with filling my cupcakes. That's all my cupcakes filled, and before I start decorating, I mustn't forget that inside every Ferrero Rocher is a toasted hazelnut. So I have some here, and I'm just going to pop one in the middle of each one. Right, now it's time to get decorating, and I am going to use my buttercream, but that's not where it ends, because as you know, Ferrero Rocher have a nice chocolatey, nutty outer coating. So I'm going to do that by dipping them in chocolate and hazelnuts. How cool is that? So now just keep going until you've done them all. Well, there they are, the delicious Ferrero Rocher cupcakes, and they really, really remind me of being a kid, and they taste just like the real thing, if not better, to be honest. Well, that's it. The last bake of my 12 bakes of Christmas, and I hope you've enjoyed them as much as I've enjoyed them. I've had loads of fun making these recipes for you, and I hope that you've had time to do some of them, and if you have, then please let me know how you got on in the comments box below. I'll be back on Thursday for the last recipe of 2016, so join me for that and we can commiserate together on Christmas being over, but rejoice in the fact that it's going to be a new year soon. So I will see you then, and have a wonderful Christmas whatever you're doing. Bye!